Hello, it's Leslie here. Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So here in Australia we have this problem that many car drivers still aren't giving cyclists enough space when overtaking. It's really strange as well because I think most drivers try to be polite and they're extremely polite with pedestrians. You could be 5 meters away from a pedestrian crossing and car drivers will magically stop for you even though you were sort of just looking at the pedestrian crossing, not even ready to cross. They'll still stop, but on a bicycle they just zoom right past and almost sideswipe you sometimes. So I've been in 2 accidents, and anyway, it's not fun. Anyway, I thought I'd do a bit of an experiment. So I've previously reviewed the 3 brightest daytime cycling lights. I bought myself a camera, a GoPro Hero Session 5 camera, and I thought I would mount all 3 lights at the same time and see how car drivers react to it. I thought they might get angry. Anyway, we'll watch the video, see what happens. Do they give more space? Do they get angry? What happens? It's really quite strange because you could be dressed as a cyclist crossing a pedestrian crossing and you'll be magically given priority. However, on the bike it just seems we're not respected at all. So I'll quickly show you the setup just so you can see how bright this is going to be. So that's it there. All 3 lights on the brightest mode. I think the camera is probably not, it's very bright. It's extremely bright. So there it is. Let's of course it's not quite that bright in daytime use because of the sun, but if you want a light to work in the sun, then it has to be bright. So during the day it just looks much more normal. But anyway, let's have a look at the video. I'll give my thoughts on how that went. So let's have a look. Here's my setup with the lights. These are the 3 brightest lights I could find. Here's how it looks. Raveman TR500, Cateye Viz 450, and this is Leezine laser drive. Anyway, that's that. there's the video. I hope you weren't too bored with it. I tried to speed up the bits where there were no cars. I had to film this a couple of times because I actually had my camera in the wrong mode. It went to photo mode. This is not that easy to use, this camera anyway, so I had to do it a couple of times. There wasn't as much traffic as I was hoping for. Usually, of course, we're hoping for hardly any traffic, but this is the probably the only time that I've wanted there to be more cars on the road. So what I first noticed the first time that it was recording on the wrong mode, which you don't see here, the very first car that overtook me was a Tesla, and it went completely to the other side of the road, which is rare. It's nice, but it's rare that happens, that the car completely goes to the other side of the lane. And then the next car did the same thing, and then the next car. And so it seemed to me that when cars were able to give more room, it seemed like, yeah, they give more room. And I think it's not so much, a lot of car drivers say after an accident with a bike rider, oh, I just didn't see him, or I just didn't see them. It's not so much about like visibility. It's more, I think what it is it definitely looks very crazy when you're riding around with 3 lights on your bike. That they're not just normal lights. These are like 500 lumen lights. So it looks like a Christmas tree, and you kind of look a bit crazy. I think I was going for the poisonous caterpillar vibe, the bright caterpillar that says to all the birds, hey, I'm poisonous, stay away. So I think that's what it does. It's not so much that you'll notice more than just having one light. It's just that people think, this guy's fucking crazy, I'm not going anywhere near him. So anyway, the first few cars, yeah, I noticed a pattern. They were giving me more space than usual. There was one particular scene which you see, whereas I'm coming back over the bridge, the car there had cars behind. If you see the Jeep there, that's probably tells you something, because that Jeep waited until I was off the bridge before actually overtaking. Usually they try to squeeze right past. I've only had it happen once or twice before in dozens of rides where people wait on that bridge for me to cross the bridge. Now also, he had other cars behind him, so that's what I'm going to make another video in the future about how car drivers and truck drivers and whatever can overtake cyclists safely. But generally, yeah, it involves giving enough space, and if you can't give the space, then you're actually meant to slow down and just not overtake, or do it extremely slowly. So that was good to see. I think it works. However, I thought that I'd get more angry reactions, like people saying, it's too bright, are you fucking crazy? And I thought people might actually yell at me or scream at me or beat me up for being too over the top. But half of them, I don't even think there's one guy in the ute there, he in the passenger seat, and he didn't even look at me, so it's very strange. Anyway, I think, yeah, I was given more space, except on the highway coming home. I was given no more room than normal on the main highway. I don't think it's worth me putting 3 lights on for every ride. It's too much of a pain in the ass having to recharge 3 things and then turn on and off 2 more on top of the one I already use. So I won't be riding around with 3 lights all the time, but it was just an experiment. You might even get into trouble if a police car sees that. They might actually have a word with you and say, that's too bright. But anyway, I thought it was interesting. That's my video for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.